Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 605. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Yo.
and Tony Korkanakis.
Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners and viewers. Whew, excited to be back. Sorry about last week. Very excited to be back, though, because what an episode we've got for you guys today. I haven't been able to say that about Comic-Con in, I feel like forever because of COVID.
Years,
I mean, Marvel back with a vengeance, I would say.
I mean, they
holy
dominated,
cow.
regardless,
All
like
age.
everything else. Nothing nothing like combined really lived up to what Marvel did.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when like just somebody dominates like the show.
Well, you know what's crazy, and I said this in Discord when we were chatting afterwards, is I fully expected DC to have an incredible show. And Marvel to be very
Why?
Because I thought we would get more of a roadmap to what they wanted to do and who was playing what.
They would have
and
to
just
have
some
that.
teases. Well, some Flashpoint teases with Michael Keaton.
No, they're not touching that.
I thought we'd get.
They're not touching.
I know they're not, but I thought we'd have some direction, and then I thought we'd get very little from Marvel because of D23, which is their show. You know what I mean? Like that's where I figured we'd get this stuff. But man, Marvel Hall H apparently was rocking there.
Yeah,
at San
I know. I
Diego
mean,
Comic-Con.
like again, they dominated as far as like Amazon, television stuff, like
YouTube.
HBO. Everything else was just put on the back burner because
Yeah.
Marvel
I
came
looked and
out
I'm
with
like,
a
wow.
vengeance.
I was like, wow, this stuff got announced. I didn't even know that.
Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, yeah. So guys, what have you been up to? I'll kick us off. I had a pretty big party this week. I also was busy last week a little bit, but I did get to watch a couple things. I resubscribed yesterday to Netflix. So guess what's on the docket finally starting this week. Yes, but because of that, I started to watch also Umbrella Academy season 3.
Nice.
So I have 3 episodes into that, and it's okay. I don't know if it's as solid as so far. I mean, I don't know how it finishes, but not quite as entertaining as the first 2 seasons, in my opinion. But it's still okay. I watched that, and I've watched this cartoon called Farzar.
That's weird. Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's
Why?
a mature
Yeah,
I mean,
why?
at the beginning of the show, because it was
No, I'm
like it
saying,
was
like, I know you wanted to watch Stranger Things, and then you're.
Oh no,
cutting off on-
I have to watch that tomorrow. It's like a designated time. I
Okay.
can't just watch it on my own. So I was watching things on
Gotcha.
my own. And so I watched Farzar, and that was interesting, I guess. It was a kind of funny show. It's animated. It's
Okay.
funny because it makes the joke in the beginning, like it's about this this planet. Humans go to a planet and they kill all the aliens there, and it's a joke thing. And even the beginning, this kid raises his hand asking a question about their history. He's like, "Is this show gonna be like Futurama, or is it gonna be like Rick and Morty?" And the guy flips out on them. But so it was entertaining, I guess. And that's, I mean, of note. I'm trying to think of anything else. I feel like I'm gonna blank on something I did watch that was big, and I don't know what that would be, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
I think I'm good besides that. So of note. So Mike, what have you been watching? Anything?
It took 2 sittings, but I did finally get through Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness,
There you go.
and I think I sufficiently lowered my expectations going in enough to be like, all right, this is okay. And that's
Yeah.
that's basically how I felt about it. Obviously, when you're dealing with magic and such powerful magic users, everything is an logical inconsistency in the entire movie that happens. But also, I don't know. I felt like it was paced a little strangely, but it was good. As far as the cameos go, again, I thought they were sufficiently undersold to me, and pretty much everything was spoiled for me going in. So
Yeah.
I wasn't
I mean,
too hurt
it's
by
not.
them.
It's a movie though that's not really about the cameos as you
No,
watch.
it's
it,
not.
you know.
It's not. It was nice to see,
Yeah.
a certain character be there a bit and get slightly more better preferential treatment than the others, but not by much. But I don't know. I do think I almost feel like this sort of hurt sort of the themes of WandaVision a little bit. I felt like they
I mean, I thought
it's
that
just-
too at first.
just
I
too
know where you're
much,
coming from.
too quick coming from
But you know
that.
what though? I think Tony had said something to me when we were talking about it. I think on the podcast, or did we do a bonus round for that movie,
You
Tony?
do. I
Yeah.
haven't looked at it
Yeah,
yet.
I believe it was on the bonus rounds where you said you should listen to that, Mike, because I had the same conversation to these guys during that, I believe, and Tony had said something like that makes a lot more. It makes a lot of sense actually to the
There's
point where
some.
it's
I
like,
mean, there's something that could be influencing her, but it's gone for a lot, and she's still doing certain things. So,
yeah,
Yeah, but
Well,
they say during they say during the movie several times. Excuse me.
oh, take a drink there. Yeah, so
They say several times during the movie that MacGuffin, or whatever you want to call it, has a price, and it doesn't stop, even if it's not, with you and stuff like that. So,
Well, she like at the end of the WandaVision, she is delved into the Darkhold, and once the Darkhold gets you, like if you don't like resist it, I guess if you don't like let it take you over initially and you get rid of it quickly, I suppose, um, it's gonna warp your perceptions, your outlook on things, and like she's got the black fingertips, and we saw in the movie itself with Doctor Strange from 8-3 whatever. What was it? 8-3 something. Forget
Hmm.
the designation, but they had to take him out because he was corrupted by it. So
yeah,
like she's
well,
corrupted by the Darkhold in this.
yeah,
I guess,
so
but I don't know. It was seemed a little bit like, whoa, okay,
Hmm.
but it was all right. And I
Yeah.
do think it's funny that I didn't know who the composer was, but during a certain scene, I'm like, oh man, they're the composer. Like this is the most like I would say like they fought with the music basically in a scene, which was funny. And I'm like, this composer must be someone because of them doing this. And then at the end, I say, oh, it's Danny Elfman. Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah,
Um,
it's funny because Danny Elfman did this Raimi Spider-Mans, and then he did Doctor
Yeah.
Strange here.
yeah. I mean, this was Rami again. I did like the Bruce Campbell cameo a lot in this
Mhm.
one.
yeah, it was good.
that was very good. So
But overall it was okay. But yeah, I finally saw that.
cool.
Sorry.
I did watch all of Barry, the show. That's what I forgot it was. I knew I watched that. Season 3, I didn't really like his character at all. So I'm hoping season 4 is better. I thought this was the end of the show on season 3, but
I'm here.
Anyways,
I'm
Corey-
just taking care of something that's.
okay. Corey, what have you been watching? Anything?
I was trying to think. Like, I actually did watch. I went back and watched Thor, and
Okay.
because I watched Thor 2 and Thor.
You're in like the Marvel bonanza.
I was like, because it's like the boys went and saw Thor: Love and Thunder in the theater with their mom,
Okay.
and so they're like, I was like, oh yeah, we'll just watch the first one, and then they're like, oh more. So I was like, well, we don't want to watch. And so I was like, yeah, we'll just watch the second one. Like,
2 doesn't exist, man. They don't
not
know.
all the way through, but like I did it one day and then I did it the next day, and I have to say like 1 and 2, they're about on the same level at this point. I don't.
Really?
They're
They don't,
not-
one does not age well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any
know.
desire to revisit one anymore.
No, it doesn't
Yeah.
age
'Cause
as
it's-
well as I remember.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, exactly. It's fine, and
oh
it's
my
probably
God,
aged
his
so
beard
much.
is just so fake looking the whole time.
Yeah.
It looks like it really looks like they painted it on or something.
Yeah.
At least 2 he looks more natural, but then but it's just amazing the quality it goes from 1 and 2 to then 3.
Yeah.
It's just like wow, they took this character and just like made him one of the most like likable, relatable
Heroes,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Fun
and
heroes, yeah.
it's amazing what they did there. So yeah, other than that, I mean, just a lot of the Comic-Con stuff I've been checking out.
I know the Comic Con is what I want to get into, so I don't want to linger on this too long. And we got to get to Tony, but I do want to say that like I think parts of 1, the stuff we loved about 1 was when Thor was being fun, like when he was being that Thor that
He
we
was
know from
a
these other movies.
douche in 1.
Yeah, but he
was
had
a
moments where he
pretty big
smashes his
dick.
mug and he says another. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
he's like so aloof. That I think that's the charm of the character, and they really dove into that more in 3 and 4, and I think that's why he's been much more likable recently. But Tony, what have you been watching? Anything?
No, nothing. Just biding my time until this Friday when I
Yeah.
will be completely absorbed in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Not movie related, but
Not the movie, no.
That's going to dominate my
Definitely,
headspace.
what are you looking at? 100 hours in that game?
Who knows, man? I mean, historically, it's been around 80, so you know.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say it's gonna be. I was expecting over 50.
I was just from real quick fun, so I can just start playing 3 and skip 1 and 2.
I mean, people have been so the
Corey's
it's
like,
not
no.
it's not movie related.
Can.
It's not movie related, but the reviews came out today. It's around 89, I think, on Metacritic right now, which is pretty fucking good.
Out of 59 reviewers. So.
Yeah, for an RPG not named Persona is pretty impressive. But
it looks pretty strong.
Yeah, they said that, and there was even like a developer interview that Nintendo posted, and they're like, you can absolutely play 3. Like, we made it a story that isn't complete, like isn't dependent on 1 and 2, but it will enhance your, knowledge and stuff like that.
Well,
but...
like I played 2.
And we
didn't know at the time.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
didn't know like anything like mattered. We thought it was like Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 7. It doesn't matter.
Completely different.
But it might matter a little more.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
sick, yeah.
gaming
All
stuff.
right.
Let's
That's gaming. Let's get into some of this Comic-Con news. As we mentioned before, I don't know why I minimized that. I need that open to get our news. As we mentioned, Comic-Con occurred, and that's really the news this week is Comic-Con.
That's all Comic-Con,
Yeah, I mean, like we said, Marvel had a fantastic showing. Do we want to?
Do you want us to end with Marvel or just
we'll end with Marvel?
Like the little stuff out of the way because it's all little stuff, really.
I will start off with saying that Tony posted this earlier today. Or last week, actually, later last week. Deadline's reporting Mortal Kombat is getting a sequel, something quick, with the same director returning.
They did really well on HBO.
Will we actually get Mortal Kombat?
I mean,
Like, it's not. Is the tournament going to happen? That's my
cares.
I do.
I don't need the tournament to happen. I need it to be better than the movie from 25 years ago, though.
It's more than 25 years at this point.
Yeah.
What was that? 95?
It's like
28 years ago.
It was almost 30
Okay,
years ago.
28, not 25. Whatever.
It's closer to 30 than it is 25.
But yeah, no, that's cool. They're good for. I mean, good for them, I guess.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
They did really well during COVID.
Yeah. All right, so we had a couple things show there that were not comic book related. I mean, I guess they were kind of. John Wick 4's teaser was released, which got me so hyped for that movie.
Man. As soon as I saw him pop up, I was like, "Oh shit! I forgot he was gonna be in this."
You guys posted that, and I didn't watch it right away. I actually watched it earlier today, and I'm like, I forgot you'd posted that. So like the second you see him, like the screen presence just like it elevates. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh shit. But
okay.
yeah, I that movie's I can't wait for that movie. Oh gosh, that looks so good. Looks so good. So yeah, what did you guys think of the teaser? Look good? I'm sure.
I was awesome. Impressed.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Like it's one of those like super fun action movies that you can just like turn off your brain and just like have a blast with. Like
I mean, I think I said it last week or the week before, but like just the summer with like the strong performance of like Top Gun, it's refreshing that we see these movies that aren't like the cookie cutter superhero genre anymore. I mean, I love those movies, but like it has gotten to the point where it's like everybody's doing them, and it's like.
I mean, the other thing is just
so you don't get
special
that
effects bloat also. It's nice to because in 3 I love the opening sequence in 3 when he's like getting chased and then he has to like have this knife fight, which just seems so like rough, like just so it's like obviously really well like performed and stunts and stuff like that, but it just seems so messy. Like they're just like throwing stuff like they're not like perfect shots. Like he's throwing a knife and it's just bouncing off a guy because it's not perfect, and then it's just like the stuff that they're doing there, but like so much of it is like practical. Like people are actually doing the things. Like Keanu Reeves is training, so he's the one on the screen doing the thing, and it shows when like the actors are actually performing the thing.
Yeah, definitely.
In a a set instead of a green screen and stuff like that. It's different. And, like you just get so used to having these green screen backdrops of like computer generated stuff.
Yeah. So
even like Ragnarok had that one sequence when like they're with Hela at the first, and that scene, that special effects was rough. Just like on that hill or whatever.
Oh yeah.
All right, then we had DC was there. Obviously,
were they?
Yeah, they were there. They showed they had the Rock there.
Was there. Yeah.
Rock was there. Loves his character, and don't get me wrong. Actually, I think that movie is going to be very good. I think Black Adam is going to be a lot of fun.
What does that mean?
He loves
though?
that character.
Is that like Shazam?
Huh?
Is it like Shazam? Like a lot of fun?
Similar.
Is that what that means? Like, I don't know.
He's an anti-hero. He's like
See, I don't know. You know, I'm done with this DC in general, but like, it just seems like
The best
why?
they can hope for is Venom here. It's
Right?
What the best they can
Like-
hope for.
I don't know. It just seems like DC. It's like, all right, let's pull. You know, we can't even do Superman, right? But let's do Shazam. And it's like, okay, like Shazam. I
They
think
did Shazam, right?
I think it did. You know, okay, good. You know, something like that. And it's like, all right, let's follow it up with Black Adam. It's like kind of like the same mold there. It's like, you know, super powered. You know, demigod being or godlike being, whatever you want to call it. I'm just like,
I feel like
is this?
it's going to be a very different movie
And what? They're different
than Shazam. Shazam and
Well,
Black Adam. I couldn't
well,
probably like
no,
night and
I
day
know.
different.
No, I know. I'm talking about like genres of like the hero. It's like you got Superman, you got Magic Superman, and you got I don't even know what
Magic Shazam.
Magic Shazam. Like what is Black
He gets
Adam?
powers from his wizard.
What is Black Adam though? Like where does he get his powers?
Black
from?
Adam was the first
Shazam.
one to
Right.
have the powers essentially. Yeah.
Powers of what?
It's basically magic. He's just
Okay, so you got
super
Magic
magical.
Superman and you got Magic Superman 2. Like
Yep.
who's a little bit evil or you know venomous, whatever. And
Doesn't
I-
care about who he kills.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
that
It's
one-
like
Well, he lives in the gray area where he just
Yeah.
yeah. I
something
mean,
the
whatever.
other-
It's gonna be based. It's gonna be based entirely on Rock's performance, so we'll see. I mean,
Yeah,
Rock's
The thing
pretty
that
good.
And then
worries me about it, just like real quick, is that it's
Mm-hmm.
from the same guy that did the Jungle Cruise, and I did not think that movie was very good. So
I
like,
didn't
I'm
watch
not
that movie.
excited.
I didn't hear any good things about it, so.
And the only thing that like The Rock can really hope for is like Deadpool, right? This is Deadpool for him because he's been trying to make this movie for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is his Deadpool.
Well, this is
without a doubt.
his Deadpool,
Yeah,
but
this
there's
is his
no way it's living up to that. And like I don't even think it does as good as Venom. Like these are three like anti-heroes.
It is
and
The
I
Rock.
don't- It is, yeah, but
I beg to differ. I do think it does. I do think. I mean, is it going to be a better movie? I don't know, but I think numbers-wise, absolutely, it does better.
okay. Yeah. I mean,
So-
Venom just came out of nowhere too, so
I know,
Yeah.
but I do think that this has enough draw, and enough hype
that's
from
the level I'm thinking is Venom.
enough hype from himself too. I mean,
That-
he's promoting this thing like by himself. And when you have an actor that's this passionate and behind his product, he is going everywhere for it.
I think he's oversaturated at this point.
What is it? When's this coming out?
August.
November.
Oh no, is it
November?
November?
I thought it was November, October.
October maybe. It's
it
before
might be October.
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, it is. It's October.
Everything is getting out of the way of Wakanda
Yeah.
Forever at this point.
Which we'll get to in a second. But
no way it's
DC also had Shazam there,
Well, that's
talking about their
fine.
magical heroes. Look fine, look fun.
Yep.
I like Zachary Levi, so looks pretty good. Mike, what about you? You see any of this stuff or no?
No, I didn't watch almost any of this.
Okay.
The big thing about the DC panel was there was no Superman, no Henry
No.
Cavill.
No, and that
all
was
the
a
rumors.
that was a strong rumor, like 24 to
Very
48
strong.
hours. Like I think it was
There's
deadline.
no such thing as a strong DC rumor.
No, I mean
For everyone,
multiple
that's-
sources are
it's-
talking
it's-
about it.
It's just never. It's never true. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't-
always,
everyone is always
always
the
contradicted instantly.
Yep. For everyone, there's always the opposite, Mike. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
But yeah.
what else did they have there? DC?
So this, so that's done, right? Like we could just
That's-
admit that this is
I mean,
done,
the thing is,
right?
DC, no mention of Aquaman, no mention of Flash, and those two movies are done. They are finished.
Yeah.
And there's no mention of them at all. No mention of
They-
Wonder Woman. With they're doing that. And so yeah, who knows?
I expected just more. I really did expect more from them.
The thing is, they're not even
They really
having
did not.
they're not having a fandom event this year. So
This was it.
yeah,
this
this
was
is
supposed to be
it.
their show
This
because
is it.
this was supposed to be their show. Like that was the idea. Like they were supposed to run this
Could have been.
Comic-Con.
It could have been.
Yeah.
Well, they're too
So-
busy recalibrating with this whole Ezra thing. I'm sure.
And
I'm
Yeah.
sure they're.
Well, I mean, the Ezra thing is important, but that shouldn't hold up the rest of your fucking franchise. Like,
What does
But
Ezra have to
everything
do with
everything
Aquaman
is
2?
tied to that movie. I think.
it could. I mean, it could be like that. That
yeah,
movie
because
was
we have
the
we have
linchpin,
we have
and
Joker
it's-
2, right? Joker,
Joker
2,
2, yeah, that's just started though. It's like just going.
right? But I mean,
they could have
something,
mentioned it. They didn't.
You know, something
Yeah.
with
You could have pivoted very easily and had like,
anything. You
the
could
director come on stage to talk about Joker 2. You could have done that.
Where was? I don't think they talked about Gotham at all.
no
No,
So
no.
yeah, no. It was
Nothing
just, it was
for
just Black
Batman
Adam. That was
2.
basically it.
Bat,
Nothing for Batman
Batwoman,
2.
right? They're doing the Batwoman movie.
Batgirl.
Batgirl?
Batgirl
Yeah,
wasn't
nothing.
there.
They had nothing for their shows. Yeah, nothing.
It was
So
more not there than there. So let's just say it that way.
it was very barren for them. And then meanwhile, Hall H, Marvel.
Well, I mean, there was also a new Walking Dead show with Rick coming back.
Yeah, because they canceled the
Yeah.
movie. Canceled the movie.
Oh, that's right. They did cancel that. That's right. I don't care about Walking Dead.
No, you don't care. I'm just saying, like,
Does the world still care about Walking Dead? How are the ratings?
I think
they're making more Walking
Are
Dead.
they?
So
I think it's just
imagine
casual
it's like-
fan base. Like it's saturated. It's
I just wanted to throw it out there. Like, yeah, there's gonna be a new show with them because they're not. Yeah, there's no movie. And
that's fine. You know what? Honestly, it probably is better that they're doing a series rather than a movie. Because like,
House of Dragon got stuff out there.
House of Dragon.
fuck that. Fuck it.
Amazon Lord of the Rings series. had a
Power
new
of the Ring.
Power of the Ring. What else?
All that
It
was fine. Everything else was fine. I mean,
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
it just Marvel just had a better show.
Then Marvel just started dropping bombs.
Yeah.
It was just, So, moving into Marvel themselves, I mean, we've got Phase 4, Phase 5, and Phase 6, thanks to Comic-Con, kind of mapped out for us here.
Well,
which,
I mean, we're almost
again,
done with Phase 4.
yeah, we are almost done, which we know now. And we assumed it. But I'm going to open up this article so I can start going through this stuff.
I have the Phase 5, at least. I have that outline.
Yeah, I mean, so we did get to see some new look, kicking it off here, looking at She-Hulk, which is August 16th or 17th.
17th.
August 17th. And they cleaned they cleaned up the CGI quite a bit, I would say, right? I mean, it looks a little better. It's very tough when you have a fully CG role as a character, but they
That was cool. There's more cameos in this than there was in Multiverse of Madness. Tell you
Yeah,
that
I mean,
much.
looks like we get Daredevil from the teaser. A yellow suited Daredevil.
Yeah.
There's a little yellow in there, but yeah. I mean, it's mostly red still.
Mostly
That's
red,
at the
but-
very end, right? I did see this one.
I'm excited. I
at the
think
very
this
end of it.
this trailer made me more interested for sure. Like the first trailer, I was like,
Half-hour show too, so
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Stuff like
half
that.
hours episodes.
Yeah. I mean, that's only an 8-episode show, right? Which is
I don't remember the number, but it's like
Really weird,
a
'cause I-
half-hour comedy. I mean, it's mostly a comedy, is what they were saying.
it's really weird because I want to go right into. I mean, be a little bit out of order here for their phases, but I wanted to talk about the fact that we have Daredevil announced as well, because it's getting 18 episodes. So it is going to be 4.5 months straight every week of Daredevil. If you do it once a week, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Like-
Like I like the play on word. Like they're doing. I don't know how much of the Born Again story they're using here because they used a lot of it in the first.
In season 3 of the Netflix
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
The first series, and so it's gonna be interesting to see because that's Frank Miller, Born Again.
Yep.
Is the name of the season, and it's mostly not Daredevil. It's mostly like in this series, Kingpin like outs him, Matt Murdock,
Yeah.
as Daredevil, and he has to kind of come back from that, and so it'll be interesting to see if they do that here because we know last time we saw Kingpin, he's getting blinded.
Yep.
Yeah. Will be interesting to see, like you said, what we do with this. I'm super psyched for this show.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
cast is back.
And that's what makes it most very exciting is that we're getting the Netflix cast in this show.
I mean-
That's what's cool. Like it was just like, oh, we're recasting. Here's a new Daredevil. That's stupid, but yeah, we're getting Charlie Cox and everything.
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio. I don't think there may not be another actor that loves their character more than he does. I think he's tweeted out every single day when I was a boy ... on Twitter, like nonstop since this got announced. He's so excited to be back in that villain role, and it opens up him they got to make him a bigger villain in the MCU. The Kingpin is so good. I mean, can you cross him over to Spider-Man?
I don't know about bigger, but I mean, well, what you said, Kevin Feige did an interview where he was going over, all the different spheres, I guess, that Marvel has before. And I pointed this out with, you had your grounded superheroes, you had the gods, you had the cosmic stuff, and then with Doctor Strange, you got the magic, and Wanda now and stuff like that. And he's like, and then we're going back to the street level because we got Daredevil now, and then he said, going forward, Spider-Man is going to be a street level hero again. So I think that's pretty cool because, don't get me wrong, I love how Spider-Man fit into what he has so far in the MCU, but you know, at the end of the day, he should be first and foremost a street level New York City hero. So
Yeah.
to me, that's super exciting. Plus, I mean, how can you not do Spider-Man and Daredevil? Like when you have both of them.
Yeah.
Now? Like how can you
It
not
makes
cross them over?
It kind of unites the two character areas. I mean, with those two both grounded, I mean, it's like, okay, you're kind of making them kind of be in their own little universe
And they've
together.
already met, so
Yeah. So, interesting.
But
But
he doesn't remember.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. All right. So what do we got, Corey? What do we got with Comic-Con?
Also, Phase
announcements?
5 starts in 2023 with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania on February 17th, 2023.
Before that, let's finish up with Phase 4 and just talk about Wakanda.
We're doing it?
Let's
Well, you
do
asked me what was
Wakanda
coming
Forever.
up.
No, Wakanda Forever needs to be discussed because it was
I don't know
incredible.
if you wanted
and
to
I think we
talk
should
about
lead
that
off
later,
with
but
it.
yeah.
No, I think we should lead off. I think we should lead off with it. Go with the. I mean, listen.
Because they ended their show with Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
All right, we'll end our show with it. Go
Okay.
on. I just
I'm
thought we'd be
the same.
keeping the
Marvel
time.
ended it. That's what ended their show.
Yeah, it was the strongest thing. I think we should end with it. That's fine.
All right, we'll still end with it then. But go
Yeah,
on.
so I mean, after what we talked about Daredevil, but like Quantumania is coming out in 2023, was on November 17th, which is Quantumania, Ant-Man. They showed footage at the panel, so anybody who was at Hall H saw a little teaser. Kang shows up in this, and I think one of the quotes they were saying is he's like, "Oh, you messed up. I'm an Avenger." Paul Rudd saying, "I'm an Avenger." He's like, "An Avenger? Have I killed you before?" It's
Yeah.
like that's Kang talking, and so yeah, this is his first real big screen appearance, and it's King the Conqueror, not He Who Remains or whatever. So this is gonna be
A different
interesting
Kang.
to see because
Yeah, same character, same person, but different timeline.
it's a
character.
variant, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then in the spring,
Well, really
we're
quick, and
see-
then with Ant-Man and Quantumania, Ant-Man and the Wasp in Quantumania, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His daughter now
right.
is in a suit on the poster.
Yeah, Thatcher's gonna show up, which
Yep.
probably Young Avenger.
This is
Yeah, I'm saying, how long have I been saying this now? Like all this is pointing to the same thing.
That's what they've been building towards. I mean, what's her name? Catherine something. Well, Cassie Lang is her name. in
Cassie
the
Lang,
thing,
yeah.
but apparently the actor has talked to Hawk Girl. What's fucking Hawkeye? The new Hawkeye.
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop. Not. I was trying to think of Kaylee. What Kaylee something. But yeah, she's like, yeah, they're friends in the comics. We gotta do stuff together. And like, oh well, we'll see what's coming. Because yeah, there's gonna be a purple suit. Do you hear that buzzing on my end? I hear like a buzzing, and so I don't want it to come up on the audio. But yeah, so she's gonna be in this, getting into the quantum zone, I suppose, with the family affair here. So it'll be.
I mean, it's been posted that the Quantum Realm is the Mania movie is going to be world changing for Marvel now. They're saying so.
And it's
Whatever that
starting
means.
off Phase 5. So
Yeah.
then we get
starts
Secret
off with
Invasion, which is on Disney Plus.
that. Yep. Which
They
we've been teased
they
about
said
for a
it's
while.
gonna be a much more serious show, and we've seen the Skrulls before, but not all Skrulls are good, and
We know that.
this is gonna take place during and after the blip. So my guess is mostly probably a lot of Skrulls came in when people got blipped, and they're just now they're taking places of people that are gone, and then those people will be coming back, and things are gonna get a little
Messy.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Should be interesting.
So yeah, that's spring 2023.
Yeah.
Then May 5th, I think that says May 5th, 2023 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So James
No,
Gunn
last.
came out with
The last of the Guardians.
Yeah.
movies.
Now James Gunn said
that's not
apparently
James
it is.
Gunn's,
No, he said this is the end of the story for
for
Oh,
these
these-
for
these-
this
this team.
this
This
this team.
saga, yeah.
Right. This team. He said this team. So subject to change as always and stuff like that. But I think it's good. Because I mean I love those characters and stuff like that. But how much can you do with them? Without introducing new characters or taking away. And it was important to say that he noted, just because they're going to end their story doesn't mean they're all going to have to die or anything like that. It's just they've reached a logical conclusion. You'll see that in the movie. Apparently, the trailer they showed off, which is not public, obviously, it was just for people that attended it, got really strong reactions on social media, especially by other film
the
people.
panel, all of the cast was very emotional after, because it's the first time they're seeing a lot of it too, and so they were all emotional on stage with it. I have to say that guy who's playing Adam Warlock, like I can only see him in We're the Millers, goofy ass kid in the We're the Millers, and he walked out on stage. He looked jacked, so I was like, all right, no, he's supposed to be like the perfect human specimen, right? Like shape, a humanoid. So yeah, I can't see him as Adam Warlock at all, but we'll see how he looks here. There is leaked footage out there. Looks like shit, but if you really want to go,
yeah, I mean it's early, you know, so.
Yeah. All right.
But they did not make it public because a lot of the special effects were not up to par, is what they were saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a
It's
production
definitely a
still.
Comic-Con trailer. Okay.
You have any feelings,
right.
Mike, on Guardians?
No.
He doesn't have any feelings unless it's X-Men.
I mean, that's fair. Like, we did get some X-Men before this, but not MCU X-Men stuff animated. All right, summer 2025, we have Echo, the Echo show, which last time we saw Echo was in the Hawkeye show on Disney Plus, when she was shooting Kingpin in the face. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do here, because we know we're gonna get some cameos. I'm assuming Daredevil's gonna be in this.
Oh, yeah, no question. Yeah.
Her character plays a big role with that, and you have those air quotes disabilities characters. It makes sense to kind of put them together, I suppose. That's summer 2025 on Disney Plus. Loki season 2 summer 2025 on Disney Plus. So we're getting 2 shows in the summer on Disney Plus 1 in the spring, which is crazy. And so Loki season 2 we're getting, and that's really probably gonna delve a lot into the time stuff that's going on, and it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
It's just so funny to me, because especially after this Comic-Con announcement, because like there was some criticisms online, and you know I don't really take those seriously most of the time because people are just shitlords on social media. But it's like, Marvel's lost, like Phase 4, like where's it going? And it's like, gee, I don't know, like 3 movies in a row just deal with like multiverse stuff, you know, including Loki, not a movie, but if you include, it's like, I don't know, man, where are we going? Like, who knows? Like, I don't. Shrug, man.
Puzzle pieces don't seem to fit.
Yeah.
Or could they? But yeah. So see Loki. We're gonna see, like, we ended with him with King the Conqueror essentially. So, and so we'll see where that goes. The Marvels will be July 22nd, 25th, 2023. Excuse me. And so we're gonna get Monica Rambeau, Captain Marvel's Carol Danvers, and then obviously Kamala Khan in the Marvels. See where that is.
Apparently, the Marvels is going to have some musical parts in it. So,
yeah, I've
interesting.
heard that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we saw Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, at the end of this Marvel. So it'd be so cool to see that coming next year. Then Blade in November before that, fall 2023, we have Ironheart on Disney Plus, which is the Riri Williams character, who's super genius, follows in Tony Stark's footsteps, essentially. It's going to kind of be like a Hawkeye and Kate Bishop scenario, but with Riri and Tony Stark. That's how it was kind of in the comics. So we'll see how they do it here, because they could have some, like, technology or something she comes up with to kind of use as inspiration.
She's in the Black Panther footage. We'll talk about
She's in Wakanda Forever, so we'll see her first.
We're going to get that first and then this show. So we'll see how that goes. So
yeah. Did you mention Loki? I'm sorry, did I miss that?
Yes.
Loki
Yes,
season
you did.
2, yeah.
You did. Okay.
Yeah, and then Blade is coming November 2023.
Yes. Blade November 3rd.
What's his something Ali?
Marshala Ali.
That's it.
It's crazy that we're getting Blade. Has it even started filming?
Yeah.
It has? Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yes, it has.
And we're gonna get Black Knight in that with Jon Snow. What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever his name is. I don't know his actual name, but yes. Kit Harington?
Kit Harington.
Kit Harington.
I got it.
Was it Kit Harington?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's Kit
So
Harington.
that's coming. Probably get Dracula, I guess. Something, I don't know. Vampires. And then following that, we're going to get Agatha Coven of Chaos and not House of Harkness. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's the Coven of Chaos. I'm wondering if they're going to have, like, it's going to be, like, in the past. Like, during, like, a more witchy time.
Before that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
Because,
sense.
like, I don't know if
yeah.
we'll see. And then it could jump to the future and, like, she gets broken out of her spell or something. Daredevil we talked about, Born Again. Very exciting. 18 episodes. Charlie Cox is back. And then we're going to get Anthony Mackie, Captain America, New World Order.
New World Order.
And that's probably,
May 3rd.
I think Red Skull's back in that. I'd have to assume.
That would be insane.
Because, I mean, he starts the New World Order in the comics, Red Skull. And he no longer needs to guard the Soul Stone, right?
Yeah, that's true. And I think that whoever they got to replace
I mean, he
Hugo,
showed up, so it's not
yeah,
like he can't be on
whoever they got to
screen.
replace that guy, absolutely, that's totally cool with me. This Red Skull is a character that should be part of Captain
what's his
America,
fucking, what's his name? The actor.
Hugo Weaving.
Hugo Weaving. I like how he,
like-
somebody interviewed him about it. He's like, I'm not fucking coming back to that role. And it's like, you fucking came back to Matrix Resurrections? Fuck you fucking
no.
people. Or, no, I thought he had a cameo, didn't he?
No, he was not in that movie
Okay,
at all.
good. All right, I can retract that statement, because I was like, that's a piece of fucking shit movie. Fuck that. Like,
Yeah, no, they
Goddamn.
got somebody else who.
In fact, it would have made a lot more sense if he did come back. Well, not a lot more sense, but
it's the same
it
character.
would have worked better.
yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Whatever,
same character.
recast him. Fucking recast
They
him.
already did, so
Good.
it's all
Yep.
good. Yeah, and so that's Phase 5. That's the slate for Phase 5. That's Captain America, May 5th, 2024. So that's capping Phase 5, which is interesting.
Yeah. That's very early into 2024 as well.
Okay.
I mean, kicking off Phase 5. That's Phase 5, yes. Phase 5
Phase
after
5,
that
yeah.
is Thunderbolts.
No, it's
Right?
This
That's
is Phase
the-
5 we're in.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Phase 6. Yes.
Thunderbolts
It's weird that-
ends Phase 5.
Okay, so this is it. Thunderbolts, which is July
Yes, Thunderbolts
July
is
26th,
July
2024.
Yeah.
I know nothing about
yes,
this.
these two are
I know nothing about the Thunderbolts. Does anybody know anything about the
A
Thunderbolts?
little bit.
awesome.
Thunderbolt is, apparently really
Thunderbolt's just
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
a good comic.
Yeah.
The Thunderbolt Ross is like the guy who started, but obviously he unfortunately, rest in peace, William Hurt is not going to be back because obviously passed away. So
Yeah.
it seems as though Val is going to be she's gathering them up. We saw her recruit Yelena in Black Widow, John Walker in Captain Falcon, Winter Soldier.
Yep.
And then I'm assuming Abomination we're going to see in She-Hulk is going to be a part of this. And then you could get a couple other
You have
people
Ghost from Ant-Man.
there. Right, potentially. She's just been MIA since 2.
Yeah, they could
Yeah,
write that in.
Ghost
Though. I mean, she's not like yeah.
Sure. I mean that so like this is the gray area team. I wouldn't call them Suicide Squad because they're not stupid like that.
Right. No, what it was in
this
the
is-
comics, it was a government funded or supported, whatever you want
Mm-hmm.
to call it. They were supposed to be like replacements for the superheroes, like
Right.
out
It's
in the
almost like the boys. Like they're government funded propaganda.
Yeah, but each of the team members is either like somebody that's out for like money or an objective, or like they're a villain or something that have ulterior motives or whatever. It's not like a forced suicide. They don't have collars.
They have no moral like line that they won't cross essentially. So yeah, it'll be interesting because I could see that being a lot more on the R side of PG-13 as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And I kind of hope Red Hulk comes into this too, but we'll see. And that's the end of Phase 5.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
wondering what
then-
they do with the Red Hulk, because what's his name? Is unfortunately passed
I
away.
would just imagine I
Oh.
think they just give it to somebody else.
Yeah, either give it to somebody else or just like make him perm CG. Like Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, they could do
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think after that we kick off Phase 6 and with Marvel's first family,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yep.
Crazy to kick off Phase 6 with Fantastic Four, which is actually happening, right?
Yes. Phase 6. Phase 6. I was trying to
That's-
get an image of the thing here. Just
That's November 8th,
they only showed
2024.
3. Yes.
Now, do you think they go with the fan casting that showed
No.
up in Multiverse of Madness
No.
for this?
I think this will be a new casting.
No, it's gonna be
I
new.
absolutely think that John Krasinski will not be back. I bet on it.
People,
I'll be back. Never be back.
No, it won't be back. He won't be the main
He will not-
MCU's.
You want it to be 616 if it is 616.
Yes.
Or 616. Yeah. So yeah, that's November 2024. Finally, and then the big thing that they announced for Phase 6 is they're ending Phase 6 with 2 Avengers movies within 6 months of each other.
Yeah.
So May
Yeah.
2025, you have the Kang Dynasty, and then November 2025, Secret Wars.
I'm excited for this. I'm super excited for this.
I'm curious which Secret Wars they're gonna do. I think they're probably gonna follow along more 2015 Secret Wars. And if they do that,
Everyone will take a die in the end of the first one.
Well, so King Dynasty is there's a comic called the King Dynasty, and we talk about the news is the Shang-Chi director is going to do Avengers King Dynasty.
Yes. So that tying those two together, the Russos will not be back for any
Avengers. Yeah, any of us.
Yes, they're working on their own thing. They want to do another project with them, but not going to be Avengers. So yes, but go on.
Yeah. So King Dynasty, the comics of that, I think, it was just essentially him and his son trying to take over the planet. Of course, I mean that's what he does. But the thing with Kang is it's like anytime you kill him, just another variant's coming. So you could take out Kang, like constantly take him out over and over again, but more variants are just keep on coming to conquer over and over again. Yeah. That's what they do. I'm curious to see how they tie these two get together, because Secret Wars, that's when like you're getting everybody, like, because there are a lot of open slots in Phase 6 that are not showing up here.
It's just like empty.
Yeah, if we do not see X-Men, Mike, if we do not see them, that would be a shit show. Like, if we had Secret Wars and no X-Men when they have X-Men, come on.
No way. It's definitely going to be one of the other ones. They just don't want to talk. Probably next year, or something like that.
I almost
that would be crazy though.
Secret Wars, like it's like, but it's the multiverse saga. So Secret Wars, if you don't know, you have 616 and 616. I think they're basically having an incursion, and they're going to get destroyed. One of them or both of them. Basically, that's the rules of an incursion. And so they're trying to save each other. And that's the Ultimates universe, essentially. And so they're trying to figure out a way to save this and leading up to Secret Wars, and it can't happen. So Doom in Secret Wars, Doom basically uses the Beyonders' powers to create Battle World and just reset everything so that the multiverse isn't destroyed. Because I think in the comics back then, this was going to be like a big reset for Marvel, and so everything was just getting destroyed. Essentially, in 616, nobody is alive. Like only like Mighty Thor and Captain Marvel and Scott Summers with the Phoenix powers, like they're like the only ones, and Black Panther and Namor, they're like the only ones that are
only like a handful of people survive. And Spider-Man,
yeah.
Two Spider-Man, Miles Morales too,
Yeah, and so like there's only like a handful, like you said, that you can count on your hands, like of the heroes that are actually alive, and so they get pulled into this battle world with, and they get spread out through these different regions, kingdoms almost, because you have like Sinister has his own kingdom, Mr. Sinister, Apocalypse has his own kingdom, and they have these other like these old kingdoms, and then Doom is like is a god. He makes himself god in this essentially. So like he's the almighty, like all powerful, all knowing. And Doctor Strange is his like right hand man in this, and it's them just kind of trying to overthrow Doom and reset the timeline so that they can get back to a happy Marvel universe essentially. So Doom is so heavily like involved in this, and Reed Richards is so prominent in this too, because it's all about Reed Richards and Doctor Doom, and everything that happens like is them trying to distract Doom. Like all the other heroes are just trying to distract Doom, so Reed Richards can basically save the world, save the multiverse. And Black Panther wears the Infinity Gauntlet in this, which is very interesting.
It's pretty hype.
And we see that the Beyonders' powers can stop that, so it'll be interesting. I don't know, because like we have King Dynasty and Secret Wars. I think they're gonna swap out Doom with King, and I don't like it if they do that. But I think that's what they're gonna do
about
here.
that. I think Kang Dynasty ends the whole Kang thing with Doom actually being the real controller.
I don't know. I think they're setting up Kang, because if you think about it, like Loki set up Kang, right? You know, the first thing, and he even warned, like, you can kill me, but you're just gonna have to deal with.
Kang is an ancestor of, like, his ancestors is Reed Richards. He's a descendant of Reed Richards,
Right,
and Sue Storm.
Right. So it's like you can do that, and then my personal guess here is that in Ant-Man Quantumania, he's gonna defeat Kang, maybe, or this version of Kang, but then we'll see, like, you know, the punchline, like, oh, there's another one, and it's like, well, how do you stop, you know, somebody that keeps will pop up from another universe and stuff like that, and then go to the multiverse thing here,
and timelines too. Like, that's the thing with Kang; he lives in all time, right? Like we saw in the He Remains, he's like everywhere all at once, essentially, and they just keep coming and coming and coming and coming.
Yep.
So I do think, I mean, you could make Doom a Kang variant if you wanted. I think that would be really dumb, but that could happen.
I think I really think we set up Doom as like a villain, first of all, obviously with Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I think he has to be the next one after Kang.
No, but I think he's going to be pivotal in stopping Kang, probably in Secret Wars, but he will walk away with powers or something, and then that will set him up for Phase 7.
They could make Doom the Ultimates Reed Richards from the Secret Wars, because it's Reed Richards from the Ultimate universe is a villain, and him and Reed Richards from our universe, they team up to stop Doom in Secret Wars, and they could replace Reed Richards from Ultimates and make Doom him. That would be interesting. And I do think we see Doom in. I think we see Doom sooner than you think.
No, absolutely. I mean, we could even. I'm wondering if we even get him at the end of Black Panther.
I think we do,
because Namor is so prominent in that, and we're getting there. Sorry, it's a long episode. We're getting there, but like Namor and Black Panther have a really good, you know, rivalry or whatever you want to call
Wakanda,
distrust.
Atlantis,
Wakanda, Atlantis. But then Namor and Doom also have this history. I mean, I think when I was reading the Secret Wars thing and the incursions, like, it was really fucked up because you just have issues where it's like, you know, this is universe whatever, and you're just like, you're seeing these teams just get decimated and wrecked, and it's just Thanos and his his Legion or Heralds or whatever he calls it and stuff like that.
Secret Wars. Oh well, his children of Thanos.
Yeah, children of Thanos.
Yeah, he's. Mm-hmm.
Well, that was in one year. They They killed all the X-Men and stuff like that. But it's funny because Namor had teamed up with them to like help stop these incursions. Mm-hmm. But then the Cabal. Like he realized, like, oh, these people, like, they're not doing this to like save the universes. They're just doing it because they want to kill. And they're kind of like a dog, you know, without a leash. Like, I don't know how to rein these people in. So he goes to Doom to like ask Doom for help with this thing, and it's so funny because, like, you know, the interesting thing about Doom is, like, he is a villain, obviously, but like he's like an understandable villain. Like, first and foremost, it's his kingdom. What's it?
Country.
Latovia.
Latveria,
whatever it is.
That sounds right.
And it's always about his country and stuff like that. But anyway, like, he's having pleasantries with Namor. Like, there's dinner. They're having, like, you know, at a fancy table, stuff like that. And like, one of the most badass lines is like Doom just trash talking Namor. Like, not really trash, but he's like, so wait a second, you did this and this and this, and now because you were a failure, now you come to me? And he's like, I'm not even gonna accept this because Doom is no man's second choice, and just like walks out of the room. And I was just like, damn, like, Dr. Doom, like, there you go. Just like, that's how you do it.
Like, Doom owns Thanos in Secret Wars.
Yeah, Thanos is like, you know, I'm as close to a god, you know, and stuff like that. And, you know, he references having a, you know, held in the Infinity Gauntlet. And he's like, well, do you have it now? He's like, no, but I am Thanos, and that will be more than enough to, you know, deal with the likes of you. He just fucking, like, Mortal Kombat, like, annihilate Sub-Zero fatalities the shit out of him. He goes, huh. That seems to be untrue, and just like, you just see everybody's reaction. It's so fucking ridiculous. So yeah, I'm excited for Doom. Like, I don't know that much about him, but
I really want to see what they do with Doom, because I think he has to be a big bad. And I don't want him to be second fiddle to Kang.
No.
Doom. Yeah, no, but I think that you could make him show up. I really think the Kang Dynasty shows up. He shows up there, or if not, Fantastic Four, the movie, where then he shows up again in Kang Dynasty, and then
I just think because Kang and the Fantastic Four also have, like, pretty storied history as well. So I
It
do
doesn't
think
matter.
we're
You can
getting,
have
I
them all
think we're
together.
getting Doom more.
You
as a
will have Doom in
Thanos type.
Fantastic Four. You don't bring. You can't have Secret Wars without Doom. You can't. You have
No,
to
no,
have
that's
Doom
what
in
I'm saying.
Secret
I think he will be involved, but I think they're going to
I think he's
change
gonna
it.
be background though. I don't think he's gonna be. He's gonna be like a Thanos kind of guy until we,
I don't know.
get more. I think that's what's gonna
Maybe.
do because they're propping up Kang as the big bad in this phase or in this saga, the multiverse saga. It's all about Kang.
I know they are. It's just like I feel like it's
Like,
I would love
hold
to
on, hold on.
see-
So
you have to have Doom in Secret Wars though.
So that's like let's hypothesize here. What if the solution to this is Reed Richards and Doctor Doom teaming up, because that is things that
I
happen.
would love to see
And this
that,
is
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like what if they save the incursion or whatever like that, but Doom sneak-handedly does something where like he's like, oh yeah we'll save the both universes or all the whatever it is. But like also he's like, but I'm like the ruler of this one or something like that. And then now that sets him up to be the villain for the next saga or whatever you want to call it and stuff like that. Which I think would be cool because like then he could rewrite certain things and whatnot to go in with his lines. But I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. Now we have that outline, that plan.
Don't we need the Beyonder though in this more? Like we need him to show up.
Sure.
Isn't that the point of Secret Wars? I mean, that's the point of it. So.
Well, I mean, he's
Secret Wars. The Doom has the powers of the.
Yeah, but I thought that was
Beyonders.
Beyonder's powers.
yeah, but they could just kill him at the beginning.
on.
They could just
Like,
fucking
he takes their powers.
But nobody knows who he is. You kind of have to see that
well,
established.
he's in What If.
But that's what I
He's
think
in What
they're gonna
If.
replace.
Yeah, I know.
I think
Yeah,
they're gonna
that's true.
replace Doom's like main Doom character with Kang. I think that's what they're gonna do here, which I
Alright,
don't
see.
necessarily because they've changed stuff around. Like they put Planet Hulk into Thor. Like they're changing
I
things
know.
around.
Yeah.
And I think they could make that work. Cause I don't know how many comic book characters. Like, this is bigger than comics. So I think they could make Kang the Doom character, and then we could have Doom, like we're talking about, like he could show up somewhere else. But like I said, I don't want Doom just to be going in there last minute, he needs to build up, and like I don't want like this is Kang's saga, so I don't know. That's why I think that's where we're at. So we'll see. I'm very excited though. It's awesome that they announced this.
Yeah. So Wakanda Forever. Let's move into that. So that was the teaser we got for that at the end of the show. And it hits.
Yeah, they brought out a lot of people. Like Ryan Coogler came out on and he talked about Chadwick and how 5 years ago they were at Comic-Con and watching the first trailer for the first time, and Chadwick was like had his arm on his shoulder, like gripping it so hard because he was so excited and like emotional about seeing him like as a superhero getting this like a Black Panther movie. And he's like, yeah, I felt that for like days afterwards, and he's like, I feel that today. I feel his hand on my shoulder today. And so that was like really emotional for people. And then they brought out everybody. They brought out like pretty much, except for Angel Bassett, they brought out everybody you would think that you'd get from the Black Panther movies. And then they also brought out the new Atlanteans that are going to be the big, more stars of it. But
I mean. That teaser was incredible. Super hype building because I didn't know where this movie was going to be.
That was a really good trailer. I have to say, like that is just a good movie trailer. Like
you get a little taste of Namor, a little bit.
A lot more than I thought you might get. I mean, he was front and center, I'd say.
No, I don't know if he's front and center. No. I don't think he's. I disagree with front and center on that. You got front and center? I didn't get front and center on that.
What other main character got more time? They were cutting all over the place.
That's the thing about this, and I did watch this one because everyone was going crazy about it. There is no main character, and that's kind of still the problem.
This is probably the first time we're going into a superhero movie where we don't know who the superhero is.
No, I'm telling you, I feel like the what's it, Okie, and Shuri. I feel like those two are they were the focus of the trailer, in my opinion. That was the focus of the trailer.
I mean, Shuri and Ramonda, I thought were more like.
I mean, a little bit for her, but I got
like the general woman.
Yeah, the Warriors. The Warriors. Mm-hmm. I mean, I got that was more prominent in this trailer than the Atlanteans a little bit, but I guess half.
I think if you rewatch that, Jim, I think if you rewatch it, the second half of the trailer is all
I got
about...
more of a vibe from the other. I'm just going first. I don't want to. Let's go first instinct. You guys got something different than I did. That's interesting. That's really interesting.
Absolutely.
So let's just I just want to say, they go right off the bat we knew Ryan Coogler is not. He didn't. They, in Marvel, decided not to recast T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman's character. So they had to address it, and they right off the bat in this trailer are addressing it here. We see, I'm assuming, a funeral type celebration of life type of thing here in the beginning, and so we get a mural of Chadwick as King T'Challa. And so they are addressing it right away, and so that hits you differently because this is not Tony Stark mural in Spider-Man. This is an actor we had in real life who has passed away and can no longer play the role of this character who, in his prime, had his first superhero movie, and in the sequel he is not in this movie.
Yeah.
That just is kind of unheard of, and they decided to move on from this character. And I know there are a lot of people who disagreed with that because T'Challa has a very storied history in the Marvel Comics, and he's got a lot of stories that weren't told. I can understand that, but I do think Secret Wars is going to change some of that. So, but with this trailer, the music and the visuals, like this is one of the most colorful yet somber trailers. Like it is amazing how beautiful this trailer is.
It is. Like,
I was blown away just by the visual, like the colors that we see on screen, how he's getting that vibrance. I was like, whoever the cinematographer is on this movie, I'm just like, all right.
Yeah. I mean, there's just something to be said, like the way that this felt like, I know we talk about how Marvel has like a brand and an image and stuff like that, but this felt like very unlike Marvel, but like still, having the feelings obviously with the characters and stuff like that. But you didn't have dialogue, you didn't barely any dialogue. I think the one thing was from the Queen, and I thought that was riveting. Like I was like, who's this woman yelling? Like, is this the villain or something like that? It's like you listen, and it's like she's talking about how she lost her husband. She lost her husband, and then she lost T'Challa, and now assume something happens to Shuri. Who knows? I think probably just kidnapped for most of the movie, but we'll see.
I think she might be in the ancestral plane at that point. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah, probably, but I don't think
she takes the mantle. Do you think she takes the mantle?
I think she will. I think she will wear the suit at some point. I do not think she'll.
Somebody's wearing the suit.
I don't think she does. And we can talk about who we think it is and who we want it to be.
I think it's okay.
I'll give you my first theory. Is it's Riri wearing the suit and not supposed to, and then becomes her own hero.
Okay.
I wouldn't want that. I mean,
I know that, but nobody wants that. But that's the way it's going to be. I do think that's the way it'll be.
I think it's going to be M'Baku. Oh boy.
In the end, M'Baku.
Yeah.
I think it's in that sequence we see at the end of the trailer. I think it's Shuri. I want it to be Nikita. I think
the girlfriend.
That's who I would like it to be, but I think Shuri is the better story line because of the comics and because she doesn't want that, and she is more of the tech person, and now you can have the character be at the bottom and work her way back to the top type of thing, and plus the bloodline obviously. But I would love to see Killmonger. Obviously, I think that would be
that would be so good.
I think we see him in this. I don't
think we don't see him, but I want to see him as Black Panther.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who it's going to be. I mean,
so
like
the
I said,
underwater stuff with Namor was so amazing. That first sequence when we see underwater and it's like, is it the water birth thing? And then you see the little wings on the feet. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then you see him like turning around with that like headdress on. Mm-hmm. Like again, the imagery, like and what he's like turning around.
He looks so cool as Namor. He really does. Like,
and then the sequence where he's like coming down to his throne of like
he's like
whatever. Like, oh my gosh, dude, this is amazing. And then like all the cut sequences, like they just like so much action again, and the musical beats to this were just so perfect, and it was one of the most emotional trailers. Like without like I said in Discord, just hits different than other trailers, but the music was just fantastic.
No, it was great, and the music was great, and I absolutely love the trailer. Mike, you see the trailer?
I saw it.
Yeah, what do you think?
The music was nice.
You didn't like the trailer? You weren't hyped for this movie?
No, it does nothing for me. I don't.
Jim, he doesn't care unless it's X-Men. He said it.
I really don't.
He doesn't care unless it's X-Men.
Really, you talked about the street characters. Those are the characters I care about. All this bigger stuff, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't care anymore. I played
understand
that game
that.
enough. I'm done with it.
It's fine. I think, like, regardless of what they chose to do with T'Challa, like, I think Ryan Coogler as a filmmaker makes fantastic films, and this guy.
I didn't
Visually
like the
looks
first
amazing.
movie that much. Anyway, it was okay, but I didn't.
That's crazy.
I don't need to see more of that.
I mean, everyone has their opinions, and that's not wrong for you. I disagree. Obviously,
yeah,
There are some wrong
Yeah.
opinions.
I mean, no, I mean,
like,
you're allowed to have your own
is your
opinion. I just-
But like,
No,
I
there,
think
there's
this
still wrong
movie-
opinions.
There's this movie, like, just visually, like I said, the cinematography, the visuals in this trailer alone, like, I don't know if you could be more hyped, and like, it's gonna be so hard to live up to this trailer at this point. Like, this trailer is, that's what I'm worried about
Yeah.
now. Is like, how are we gonna live up to this trailer? Because it's almost like the Logan trailer for me. The Logan trailer, was
Yeah,
one of the
I get
most
that vibe. Yeah.
amazing trailers, and like that music was perfect for that trailer, and then the movie was just fine. I mean, it was a good film. It was, but it didn't live up to the trailer for me. And like, that's what I'm worried about. This movie is like, can it live up to this trailer? Because we haven't seen anything with Black Panther, and now we're getting Black Panther.
Yeah,
in,
I mean,
like, 5
it
months.
resonated with people. I mean, I posted here 172 million views in the first 24 hours. So one of the biggest debuts
Yeah,
of all
Well, I
time.
mean, there's where everyone's going to be curious about what they're going to do, and it's going to be a debate all the way up into it. And I'm also
And it was a good
curious
trailer.
is how are they going to kill him off? Like, what's a respectful way to do that?
I mean, that did not
that-
obviously
that-
show that.
that makes sense in the universe and stuff. What could it be? So
Right, because especially
they've
since
got a
we have
lot to do.
Wakanda, Who, like, we save Agent Ross with a little bead thing sticking in his back. He's basically paralyzed and he's good the next day. And you can't cure cancer though. So we'll see.
That's what I wonder, but yeah, we'll definitely see how that goes. So. Yeah,
Yeah, but
and
it's
that's
very somber. Very somber.
very somber, and
Oh.
the way Marvel ended it, and what a great show they had. San Diego Comic-Con was way bigger than I expected from Marvel, and they really ruled the show. Absolutely.
Just real quick, they also had animated stuff there. X-Men 97.
Oh yeah,
Like,
X-Men '97 looked
That,
pretty
that's
good.
something interesting. That's cool. We'll
What do you
see
think?
when
Like,
it
I'm
happens.
excited for that, but like, this is fucking forever ago, dude. Like, it's
yeah.
like, oh,
Magneto is,
here's your
Magneto.
nostalgia. There you go, take it.
Yeah, I mean the Spider-Man
Whatever.
freshman year.
Freshman year.
We had a bunch of the animated side of things, and it looked. I mean, all that animated stuff looked actually.
Marvel
Because
Zombies
Marvel's
is going to
animated
be
stuff-
mature.
Yeah, mature Marvel
What's that?
Zombies.
Marvel Zombies.
Yeah,
Marvel
Marvel
Zombies
Zombies
is mature
gets its
rated.
own thing. What if season 2 and 3 has been confirmed as well? And yeah, so I don't know. I'm just like I'm actually really excited for X-Men '97 because the way Disney's been doing their shows is somehow I feel like that's going to tie in. I feel like something's going to happen in this universe. I don't even know why. I don't even know why.
I don't think so with that.
So
Oh, just real quick, I do think Doctor Doom is going to be at the end of Wakanda Forever. Stinger.
It has to be.
He's
It
the
has to be
reason-
the Stinger. It has to be the
He's
Absolutely.
the
Stinger.
reason that Atlantis and Wakanda are fighting.
Yeah,
That's,
like
I think.
because that's the thing is like that happened in the comics at various points, but it's always
Well, like
usually
like this whole thing is X-Men versus Avengers, where Namor floods Wakanda.
Wakanda. Yeah.
and that's why I think that again, I don't want to keep going back. We have to move on to the Gamecast, but I just feel like the Kang Dynasty is the Kang movie, and Doom takes over for Secret Wars. I really do.
Once you're gonna have you're gonna have 3 years of Kang and then 6 months to get to Doom. That's terrible. That's awful, Jim.
No, it's
No.
I think they have to build up the Doom. I think they have to.
Yeah.
that's not the only Doom you have though. Like you have so much more with Doom after that. That's the
I
introduction
want
to Doom.
more. I want
Corey,
more.
Corey, what if that's the introduction to Doom? Like, what if that's not even his master?
What are you gonna do? He gets an L, a giant L. We're supposed to like be happy about that.
Oh, is it an L? I don't know. It's a partial win.
I mean,
Either way.
unless we end Avengers: Secret Wars with like a very downer thing, which
It
could be
end with a
possible.
lot
But
of
like that
different things
seems
happening.
ridiculous. Yeah, it
It
seems
can end with a
ridiculous.
lot of
If
different
it
things
said
happening.
Avengers Secret Wars Part 1, I'd be more optimistic, but it doesn't say that. It just says
Yeah.
Secret Wars. So,
Yeah.
we'll see.
All right. That's going to do it for this Moviecast episode. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. You can write us allyoucangeek@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. We stream Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock, starting on Twitch. You guys can watch us on there, ask some questions during the show. We would appreciate some audience, guys, for these episodes to have questions during them because we will absolutely 100% answer any questions you have for us.
Topics. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to have the questions during it. We've had a few during these episodes, and it's a lot of fun to go back and forth with that. And Gamecast coming up soon, so tune into that. A lot of Marvel stuff coming up. Enjoy. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Forever.
Yes, Wakanda.